Good morning, everyone. Jessica here. Welcome back to my channel. I am here to catch up on my Junk Journal July quotes, or not quotes, prompts. And I have to do favorite supply, interactive, letter to myself, and contrast. And I am going to combine these all into one. I have a tendency to do that. I think it's kind of fun. And it's a good way to keep up without actually doing it every single day. All right, so let me just put this back in its pocket because I have a cunning plan. So this was the last one I did. Oh, I should show you. This came out really awesome. I love how this came out. So I don't know how well it's going to show up on here. Is this one on? That one's on. The glass beads. They really have a cool look. It's the glue dried clear, and it just left these little kind of, I don't know, light catching beads. I really like that, the glass beads bit. And then down here, the mica, the gold mica. I'm really pleased with how that whole thing came out, and how the color kind of filled the spaces where the different pastes weren't. So that was maximalism. That was pause. And I'm going to do this one on the back. So for favorite supplies, you know, that changes, right? You know, it's not a consistent thing. It changes with whatever I happen to be working on at the time, and how I'm feeling. And so right now I'm really enjoying using up my field guides. And I feel like I do a lot with the field guides, and I kind of feel like it's something that is kind of my contribution. Oops, my chair is being funky. My contribution to the community is using field guides. So I have two pages out of a field guide that's kind of a little bit of everything. And these are on whales. And I wanted to have the whales page on front and the finback and blue whale visible, and humpback whale visible, because right after college, my first job after college was working at a research station in Canada, in Quebec, at the first long-term study of blue whales anywhere. So it has a particular meaning to me. So this is going to count. Well, I'm also going to use stamps, which are probably also one of my favorite supplies at the moment. I have a bunch of stamp pads and I use them occasionally, but I feel like I have been inspired largely by Seven Plaza, by Margaret at Seven Plaza, to really, you know, think about using my stamps a lot more. And I've been really enjoying it. And I've been enjoying the how they turn out. So I'm going to glue these two pages together to give it a little bit more sturdiness, a little bit more heft, because this is going to be interactive as well. So how are you all today? I hope you're well. Today is Friday the 21st. Okay, so that's going to go there. And I have a teacher workshop to go to all next week. So I have been filming this project. This is a project that I've been working on. Sneak peek. And it's another pressboard field guide, pressboard journal, but it's got a nature theme. Okay, so what am I going to use as a hinge? I need a hinge. I have this map scrap. I'm going to use this map scrap as a hinge. World Polar Project and Antarctica. I'll use this side here. I like the World Polar Project. All right, so I'm just going to glue this onto here, and I will tear it down here, and this is going to be my hinge. So that will be my interactive bit. Actually, I'm just put the glue along this side here. And that will also cover up that bodgy tearing job I did. And what else is going on? In a little while, my husband and I are we're helping out with a local research project on diamondback terrapins. And we've set out a bunch of live traps. They're nets that float above the water and in the water. So there's bait. So the turtle swims in and then can't swim out, but it's enough above the water so they don't drown. Don't worry about it. It's permitted and everything. So we've got to go check the terrapin traps. And then if there's a terrapin in the trap, they get tagged, trying to estimate population sizes and things like that. Okay, there's my interactive flippy bit. But I want also to have a, you know, what is it? What do you call that? It's a, oh, I'm going to use a color. Where's my little box of colored ones? I have a box of colored ones of these, and I think I'm going to use blue. Yay. Which kind of leads towards contrast. And let's see. I'm going to ink, and I'm going to get some blue to ink with. And I think I'm going to get, I'm looking for my peacock. You know, every time I try and keep my inks organized, they're in my, this table is supported by 2 of those IKEA drawer things, and it's a fantastic design. So I keep all of my inks in one of the drawers. So this is peacock feather. And you know, I do try to keep it organized, but it doesn't always happen because, you know, when you're in the throes of creativity, you're like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. And you grab it, and then you're like, oh, I got to put everything away because, like, the entire day has gone by and all of a sudden it's dinner time. And then I just throw the things in. I have a tour of my craft room, and I will link that below. I redid it not that long ago. When did I redo it? It was in the spring. So I haven't even really been in this craft room for a year yet. So I'm just going to I put the brad or the paper fastener through the hole in the this. Why can't I think of what to call this? And then this is what I will glue down. And this is a great technique if you have to put this on a page and you don't want to go through, like if it's on an envelope and you don't want to go through the envelope, or it's an afterthought and you're like, oh, I need a thing. And you don't want to, you can no longer get through it. So you just put it through the circle punch and you place it, and then you don't have to worry about impeding movement. Oops. But you want to make sure you place it so that it can fully swing out of the way. Latch? Would you call that a latch? I think that's the word I was thinking of. And then that can still open. So this is what I'm counting as interactive. I'm counting this as a favorite supply. Really, maps are probably also a favorite supply, truth be told. I have quite a collection, and I don't use them enough lately. So I should use them more. And I also, oh, and this is a die cut. I don't remember if it's a Tim Holtz die cut because I have a whole bunch. I don't know. he has something similar, but you can also get cheapo copies off Amazon. Excuse me. Okay, so I have my interactive bit. I want to put my glue away so it doesn't dry out. I am enjoying this Pritt stick. It's working quite well. I don't think it's any better or worse than the Scotch Craft Create. I think it's really super similar to the Scotch Craft Create. All right, I want to pull in some stamps. I have some of those. I have some sea stamps. Where are my sea stamps? Some ocean. I have the Tim Holtz ocean. Here we go. This is Sea Life CMS 304. And this is the ubiquitous Field Notes CMS 396. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to give myself a little box to write my letter to myself in. Just kind of a messy box like that. And then I want to do some stamping along the edges. And I think, oh, and you know what? Oh, I should absolutely to be completely honest, my absolute favorite stamp of all time is this Fibonacci sequence stamp. So this is by Indigo Blue, Golden Ratio. It's the Fibonacci sequence. It's 011 2 3 5 8 13 21 34. And what you're doing is you're adding the two numbers ahead. So 0 and 1 is 1. 1 and 1 is 2. 2 and 1 is 3. 2 and 3 are 5. 3 and 5 are 8. 5 and 8 are 13. 8 and 13 are 21. And 13 and 21 are 34. So it's the golden ratio. And this is a pattern that you see in nature all the time. It's the swirl of a seashell. It's the swirl of a ram's horn. It's the swirl pattern on an artichoke. It's the swirl pattern of the seeds of a sunflower. So this is called the golden ratio. So you see this pattern all through nature, and I love the stamp. And let me get a stamp block, and I'm going to put this smack dab in the middle in something super light so that I can just write over it. And for super light, I'm going to use some Archival Ink Sepia. Okay, and that will go smack dab in the middle, and I will just write my letter to myself right over that. It works. I should have put a piece of foam underneath it. It's because it's on so many layers at this point. Ooh, yikes. Craft-a-lanch. Okay. So yeah, Indigo Blue. There it says indigoblue.com. Quintessentially English rubber stamps. I don't know why this is quintessentially English, but I think I bought it. I can't remember where I bought it from or how I found it, but it is probably my all-time favorite stamp. Okay, so where are we? I'm going to put you away, and I seem to be doing blues on this, so I'm going to grab my Stays On, which is still high contrast. It's not black, but it's still high contrast. Azure. And, oh, here, I'm going to do some stamping. So I'm going to throw a foam. This is just a piece of craft foam. I don't even know where it came from. But I find that if I stick that under the page when I have a lot going on and I want to add in a stamp. Oops, I got to get it right there in the corner. That it does help to make the stamp come out better. So of these, my favorite, I love these stamps. I love this octopus. So I'm going to do this octopus down here at the bottom. Or do I want her at the up here in the corner? I think I want her up in the corner. So once again, I need a stamp block. Come on, stamp block. Come on. And I have these super thick stamp blocks that I just got. They're generic off Amazon. And I have these Tim Holtz ones. I like the heft of the thicker ones, gotta say. Not sure why Tim went with the super thin ones. Oops, helps if you take that cover off. The cover does help keep it from drying out. And again, unpopular opinion, I like the smell of the StazOn. It smells like almonds to me. Okie dokie. So I'm gonna put her, I'm gonna take her off the stamp block after all that, so that she can kind of wrap around onto the next page. Voila. Oh, I like that. I like how it extends onto the next page. Okay, stamp her off. Have you read The Soul of an Octopus? Excellent book. It's kind of a companion to My Octopus Teacher, that movie, but The Soul of the Octopus, excellent, excellent read. And I need some balance over here, so I'm going to put this cute little seahorse over here. And this I think I can stamp block. Where did I just dump my StazOn? What did I do? Oh, here it is. Put you right there. Bring you down to the bottom. Well, that one came out really nice. Okay. And now I want to throw on some of the Tim Holtz field notes. And that way I have all of my favorite stamps. I've got my favorite Fibonacci, my favorite Sea Life, and some of my favorite ones of these. So I think I'll do the field label, the really big square field label, right down here. Like that. Excellent. And what else do I love? I use the filed a lot. I'm putting it upside down like that. There we go. That works better when you put it in the right way around. How about specimen? Specimen. Oh God, I keep setting down the StazOn pad and then like losing where I put it. Okay. Okay, that's good. And then maybe one little thing in there. Put its specimen back Oh, I think the figures. Figures 1, 2, and 3. I love you filed, but not today. Figures. Here we go. Yeah, love that. Excellent. Okay, and those are my stamps, and then I'm going to write myself a letter. Today is 7/21/2023. And I think I'm going to do my letter off camera because, oh, I should just put something right here. I'll put the date here. 7/21, oops, 2023. There we go. Okay. So that is my junk journal January 4-in-1. So this is favorite supply, interactive because it flips. I'm going to write the letter to myself, and I'm counting the contrasting colors as contrast. So there we go. And I will, the next couple of videos in the next couple of days will be all about the next journal. And then I will combine some more junk journal July, early next week. So if you could, please consider clicking like and hit that subscribe button so you can see how I am making that next press board nature journal. So hope you're all having a great day. Have a great weekend. Stay well. Bye-bye.